So we don't have too much longer to wait for the Wrangler JL debut. It's going to be happening at the LA Auto Show at the end of November. But once again, we have a bunch of details to share with you before that debut, and they come from a reportedly leaked version of the owner's manual. So we have lots of details to share with you. The first of which is there are going to be two different four-wheel drive systems. There's going to be a 4-position transfer case and then also a 5-position transfer case. Now the 4-position is just like today. You're gonna have 2-wheel drive high, 4-wheel drive high, neutral, and 4-wheel drive low. But that 5-position, well, it's gonna add a new automatic 4-wheel drive system, which will be able to detect slip and then send power to the front wheels when necessary. Looking at the switches in the interior also gives us some details on some of the Wrangler's new systems. There's a button there to lock both the front and rear differential. They still have that sway bar disconnect button, and probably the coolest upgrade is a new bank of auxiliary power switches wired directly in from the factory. There is also a 115 or 230 volt plug included in the new Wrangler on the back of the center console. This interior photo also reveals a push-button start option, 3 different infotainment systems, a USB-C port, and 2 different screens for the gauge cluster, either a small 3.5-inch or a larger 7-inch. Now the owner's manual also mentions the 2-liter 4-cylinder turbocharged engine and the naturally aspirated 3.6-liter V6, and there's no power numbers unfortunately, but what there is a 91 octane recommendation for that small turbo. So if you're going turbo, you gotta buy the expensive gas. So there were no power numbers listed, but there are tow ratings. And interestingly, despite whether you get the 2-liter turbo or the 3.6-liter, the tow ratings are the same. So for the 2-door Wrangler, you can tow 2,000 pounds. With the 4-door Wrangler, you can tow up to 3,500 pounds. Now when it comes to features on the Wrangler, well, first of all, we can confirm that it will still have a fold-down windshield. Second of all, it's gonna get these new bumper caps, which are removable. So essentially the part of the bumper that sits right in front of the wheel, you'll be able to take that off, therefore giving you better approach angle and just giving that wheel more space to grab onto whatever you're climbing. And as for that power folding soft top, well, we have a few more details, although we're still not quite clear on exactly what it is. Jeep says that it will be non-removable, but then you'll be able to remove the quarter windows out of the back of the Wrangler. And they also say that it will not work in temperatures below -4 degrees Fahrenheit, so they don't want you putting the roof down if it's too cold. So this is a pretty poorly kept secret, but there are still some Wrangler details we don't quite have yet. So make sure you tune back into Off-Road.com at the end of November when we can finally show you this thing. I feel like I've been talking about it forever now, but we're just about a month away and we're pretty excited to see what the JL has in store.